All right, hey now, guys, what is happening? Real quick, please don't mind the air conditioner blowing. I'm trying to blot out the obnoxious music being played by my neighbors because they decided to have a party on this day where I'm celebrating my 350th book, finally completed, guys. The entire library has been read, has been consumed up here in my brain, and I am exhausted. I swore going forward, since I don't have the greatest of production values with clips and pictures and stuff to throw up on the screen, it's just me talking. I'm going to try to keep this video under 10 minutes as quickly as possible, but I'll be very succinct. After all, it is X-Men, and I know everything about X-Men. I have every issue, single issue of the X-Men from this era. Not that I'm bragging, but so it's going to be easy for me to talk briefly about what happens in these issues. This is volume 13, Wounded Wolf, covering 1985 to 1986 predominantly, and Marvel Fanfare number 33, which came out in 1987, all of which were written by Chris Claremont, and Barry Windsor-Smith co-wrote with Claremont, as well as doing the artwork for issue 205. So let's get through it. First of all, this is 496 pages, priced at $54.99. That's the norm price now. Covering 199 to 210 of Uncanny X-Men, annuals 9 and 10, New Mutants Special Edition number 1, and Marvel Fanfare number 33. Okay, so we begin with 199. First appearance of Freedom Force. Mystique makes a deal with Val Cooper to turn the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants into a special governmental task force to capture mutants. And their first mission is to capture Magneto, which they do at the Holocaust Museum. Then we go into the New Mutants Special Edition, number 1, which is a two-parter, along with the X-Men Annual number 9, where Loki, looking for some payback after the X-Men Alpha Flight miniseries, decides to abduct Storm and the New Mutants and take them to Asgard. And be prepared, guys, to do a lot of reading. The New Mutants Special book is 64 pages. The X-Men Annual 9 is 48 pages. Then after that, you'll read X-Men 200, which is another 40 pages. So right there, guys, you're looking at 152 pages just from those 3 issues alone, back to back to back. So that's what I did, but it was fine, I guess. Yeah, so a New Mutants Special Edition and X-Men Annual 9. Loki is looking to use Storm to make him the ruler of Asgard. Well, first in the New Mutants take on the Enchantress, and the Enchantress is helping Loki do all this. This is where Mirage becomes a Valkyrie. This is where Wolfsbane meets her Wolf Prince. We see Eitri, the Dwarf, the Warriors 3. A lot of familiar characters from Thor's series, from Thor's book appear, but it's all just the New Mutants taking on Loki and working with the Asgardians to do so. Then X-Men Annual 9, the X-Men come to Asgard to help rescue Storm and the New Mutants from Loki, which they do. Then we go into X-Men 200, which is Magneto's trial for crimes against humanity. Of course, he's eventually exonerated. Meanwhile, the X-Men take on Fenris, who are the twin mutant children of Baron Wolfgang von Strucker, who, of course, was in the Sergeant Fury books. Xavier and Magneto fought him in 161 of Uncanny X-Men, which is featured in Volume 9, The Brood Saga. Then 201, Madeline Pryor is, by the way, in labor. She goes into labor and gives birth to a baby boy, Nathan, who of course will become Cable or Strife, one of those two. Cyclops duels with Storm and he loses, effectively leaving the group. Storm becomes the leader and he takes off with Madeline. But of course, as we know, the following month he leaves Madeline when he finds out that Jean Grey is alive and forms X-Factor with the original X-Men members. What a dog, what a fucking pig. Fuck Cyclops, fuck him. Then we got 202 and 203, which is a 2-part Secret Wars 2 tie-in. The X-Men are now in San Francisco for some reason. I forget why, but they're there and they're living with the former Spider-Woman, Jessica Drew, and her roommate, I think lesbo partner, Lindsay McCabe. And they're taking on the Beyonder. The Beyonder, because it's his storyline, the Secret Wars, is menacing Rachel. And Rachel's going through some inner turmoil. She wants to tell Scott that she is his daughter from the future, but she doesn't really know how he's going to react. So there's a lot of push and pull going on. She kind of whines a lot. Rachel, Phoenix, she doesn't absorb, but she becomes the Phoenix in 199. And everyone's all like freaked out by her. They don't know if they could trust her. 204 is the story where Nightcrawler rescues Judith Razendil from Arcade and Murder World. 205 is the Lady Deathstrike, the Wolverine solo story where he fights Lady Deathstrike and Cole Macon and Reese of the Reavers. And of course, little Katie Power of Power Pack, she's a 5-year-old little girl, is caught in the middle. That's the one with Barry Windsor Smith's artwork. Then 206, we're back in San Francisco, where the X-Men take on Freedom Force again. 207, 8, and 9 is a 3-parter where Rachel is plagued by these nightmares that Wolverine's trying to kill her. Then she decides, oh, you know what? I'm going to kill Selene, the Black Queen of the Hellfire Club, the Lord's Cardinal of the Inner Circle of the Hellfire Club. Oof, that's a lot to say. But that's the one with Sebastian Shaw, Harry Leland, Emma Frost, Selene, Frederick Von Rome, all these people. And that culminates into a battle with Nimrod. Nimrod, the Sentinel of the Future, comes and he attacks both the X-Men and the Lord's Cardinal in Central Park. Wolverine stabs Rachel, preventing her from killing Selene. This is in 207. Then in 208, 209, they fight in Central Park with the Hellfire Club. Rachel eventually goes into the body shop where Spiral, who is also a member of Freedom Force, but she's also working for Mojo. She takes Rachel away, and Rachel doesn't look back. Of course, we know that Rachel will eventually resurrect her. I don't know if she resurrects herself, but she'll come back in Excalibur, which will also be written by Chris Claremont, come 1988. So in a couple more years, she'll reemerge. That's the word I was looking for. And they don't even seem too bothered that Rachel's gone. Like, they try to look for her, but by issue 210, they're like, all right, she's gone. We can't find her. Too bad. And then 210 is the prologue to the Mutant Massacre. We see a couple Morlocks getting killed. Malice takes over Dazzler. She possesses her. Kurt during the fight with Nimrod, like, evaporated, but he eventually shows up the next issue, all beaten up and messed up. And yeah, that's 199 to 210. Annual 9, like I said, is part 2 of the Asgard saga. Annual 10 is I didn't like that one really. This one, Arthur Adams, by the way, did the artwork for Annual 9 and 10. Annual 10 did introduce Longshot and Psylocke as members of the X-Men, which was pretty cool. But Mojo, I don't like Mojo. And it introduces the X-Babies, which basically the ectoplasmic goop. Mojo, like, when Longshot comes to Earth, the X-Men get splashed with this ectoplasmic goop and they just become really annoying babies. Fucking hated it. I don't know, anything with Mojo, I don't really like. I just find him obnoxious and stupid. And of course, Spiral's there too, but no mention of Rachel. And then we have Marvel Fanfare, which takes place between Uncanny X-Men 201 and 202. So Magneto's now with the X-Men. Xavier's gone. Oh yeah, Xavier, my favorite character, is dying, and he took off with Lilandra. This is in 200. He takes off with Lilandra and the Starjammers to revive, but they can't bring him back to Earth because the Starjammer is fucked up, and Xavier is going to be stuck in outer space for the next 5 years until 1991, when he comes back in issue 275, which has not been published yet, but I can't wait for it when it does. Marvel Fanfare was okay. It's just Magneto and Rogue taking on this dude from another dimension. I forgot his name. I forgot what was the character name? Examiner? Chief Examiner. That was his name. Chief Examiner. Yeah, it was dumb. That came out in 1987. But that's pretty much it, guys. Where are we at? 9 minutes. 10 minutes. Okay, we're at I don't have my glasses or contacts in. So that's it, guys. 10 minutes. I think that's pretty good. I think I covered the bases. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, guys. This was 350, guys. Literally 350. I've already put in the order for the next one. It's going to be Moon Knight, Volume 6, The Scarlet Redemption. So that will come. It says the post office says the 31st, but it may come sooner. I don't know, guys. But let me know what you guys think. I hope you guys like that. It's a shorter video. I would do more if I'm gonna try, guys. I'm gonna try to do, longer formatted, but I want like images and clips and, not just my voice. You guys deserve better. Thank you so much, guys, for your support, for coming on this journey with me. I will do retro reviews from the books that I haven't covered. I think I'm gonna start with Second Genesis, Volume 5 of X-Men. Or let me know what you guys want to read or want me to talk about next. I have a lot of ideas, so I'll finally get to those. But now, guys, I can just sit, relax, and wait for the next book to come, read it, and then do that review. And who knows? The sky's the limit, guys. Guys, excuse me. The sky's the limit, guys. That's what I'm trying to say. Lost my voice there. All right. Let me know what you guys think, guys. Yes, by the way, buy it, guys. Even if you're not a fan of X-Men, buy the book, Wounded Wolf, Volume 13. I know it's $54.99. Very expensive, but it's a great collection of books written by Chris Claremont. Be prepared for a lot of dialogue, by the way, a lot. And like on that Stan Lee level, he's a much better writer than Stan Lee. I mean, they're both from two different eras, but Chris Claremont uses a lot of dialogue, a lot of description, just like Stan Lee, but at least it's not fluff. I think it's meaningful. I don't know. All right, guys, I'm going to leave you now. Take care. Have a great rest of your weekend. Leave your comments down below. Like, subscribe, or don't, whatever. But I'll see you next time, guys. 350. We are done. All right, guys. Bye.